Hi guys. I'm kind of new at this, so sorry. Uh, my name is Sabrina Swanson, and I just moved from Bellow Falls, which is this like small farming community in the middle of nowhere. And my friends are like, "Well, you should document your move and see what happens." So, the big change for me is where I moved to, which is Monoceros, which is a really rustic town, but it's one of those cities or towns that has superheroes. Like, I was driving in for the first time with all my stuff following the movers, and they were so cool. Like, they were like superheroes, like literally like flying above us. And I was just like, oh my God, how awesome is that? Like, how often does that happen? Like, do you see them everywhere? And then I went to the grocery store later on the day, and I saw a guy came in called the Boom, which I later found out. And he's like dressed in his superhero costume and stuff. And oh my God, like everyone was just like applauding him and stuff when he came in. And he was like worshipped. Like, I thought it was the coolest thing on the planet. And then, okay, so after, long day of moving stuff in, I go in my backyard. I have a hammock hanging up back there. Again, movers are wonderful, wonderful people, like you wouldn't imagine. So I had the movers help me set stuff up in the back, and I have a hammock. And so I was laying on the hammock, and I was about to fall asleep when, like, bam, there was, like, this, like, super wind just blew past me. And it was just, like, a straight, like, line of, like, wind. So I opened my eyes real quick, like, in the blink of an eye, literally a blink of an eye, there was, like, just this, like, I don't even know. It was, like, a mauve yellow color that's, like, boom, and, like, in the air. And I was just like, oh my God, it's so cool. And then I saw like, can you tell I'm excited? And then I wound up seeing these like two just flying above the town, and it was so cool. Like that's like the big draw here. There's so many superheroes. And yeah, there are villains too. I found out too. Like, okay, so I was walking back home because I live really close to the grocery store, and I didn't need that much this time around. Even though it was my first time going, I just didn't need much. And there were like these wanted posters on the streets and in the grocery store that were like for Microman or someone like that. Like I didn't, I didn't get to read fully what it was about. But I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? There is a guy called Microman. How can they not catch him? You guys are superheroes. Come on. So I was just like, what is going on here? You know? Anyway, sorry, but that's the town that I'm living in. Personally, I'm a beautician in Bellow Falls. I was one of the best. And yeah, I know my hair looks like frumpy right now and not very curly. Usually it's corkscrew curls, but I fell asleep on it while it was wet and wasn't a good idea. But that's why I'm in like nice black clothes and stuff. I wound up having to go in after I moved everything in today. It was not a good first day, if you can believe it. I know jobs don't usually do that, but the place that I'm working at is very pristine and very like, oh, we need to get you in here now because we're short-staffed. So I was just like, okay, I'll come in and do the stuff after I'm done packing. And I did wind up leaving the movers here for a while, came back, had, dinner, and then went on the patio. But, like, just throughout the day, I saw superheroes. Like, even one came into the salon to one of my coworkers, and she styled her hair through her, like, costume. Like, she had, like, a mask, like, here, and then it was, like, open where her hair could come out of the mask, and she just, like, styled her hair. It was so cool. I'm not usually a super like superhero fan, but actually like being in the same town as them makes me really excited and gives me a lot of hope. I've heard great things about living here. Not a lot of crime. Like I said, there's whoever the hell Micro Man is, but I'm not freaked out about a really a guy that can change sizes. Unless, he turns into a giant and then, well, that might be another story. But for now, I'm not worried. Um, and despite it being a bad first day at work, it turned out really good, and it was a good day. And I'm really excited to go back tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I get my own superhero client. I think that'd be so cool. So anyway, but it's I know it's looking bright outside, but I'm getting tired, and I can't believe honestly I had enough hours in the day even just to do this. I got up like super, super early this morning. You wouldn't believe. It took about, what, an hour? No, that's not right. Maybe an hour? Like, Bellow Falls is like in bumfuck nowhere, but to get to a city or a town takes about an hour to 2 hours. So I guess it was about an hour. Well, they met at my parents' house. I got all my crap out of there at like what, 4 in the morning? Yeah, I know, early, but I knew today was gonna be busy. So like got up at 4 in the morning, packed all my shit, got it in the car, got it in the truck, got here, helped them move my stuff out, went to work for like 5 hours, and thank God they only gave me 5 hours after all that moving. Whew. And then went out back. I know it's a weird schedule, but that was my day. I hope you guys continue and listen to my adventures here in Monoceros. I'd really appreciate it. If you guys have comments or questions about Monoceros, since I don't know if any of you guys have been there, I don't mind answering them. It's really, really great. So just leave a comment below, and I'd love to answer your questions. All right. Hopefully for my first blog, this wasn't bad. Anyway, have a wonderful day, you guys, and hopefully I'll be posting these daily, fingers crossed. Just depends how busy the day gets. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and please continue to watch and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.